I want to not be writing for the day. I want to be done. How do I move on from this? How do I recover? The piece that I had been missing for the third book. I do it every time. You think I would learn? Oh my gosh, I freaking did it. Hey guys, I'm Kate. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's writing experiment video, I'm going to be seeing how long it takes me to write 13,000 words. Obviously with an emphasis on how quickly can I write the 13,000 words. I want to do this fast. Now, to answer a couple of questions before we get started. One, why 13,000 words? Why not 20,000? Why not 50? Why not a normal number? That's because this is like an inverse experiment of my 24 and 36 hour write-a-thon challenge, and that rather than seeing how many words I can write in a given amount of time, 24 and 36, I'm going to be seeing how long it takes me to write the same amount of words. So in that challenge, I managed to write 13,000 words. And I've always had this debate on if I'm a more distance-oriented or like time-oriented writer, which is part of the reason I chose to count by minutes for this Camp NaNoWriMo. Now, I think I am a distance writer, so my current hypothesis is it's going to take me less time to write 13,000 words than it did for the 24 and 36 hour write-a-thon challenge. And of course, the other reason for doing this experiment, besides just the fact that I wanted to, was that I put this up to a poll for my patrons, and this is the challenge they wanted. So this is for y'all. Now let me go over a few quick disclaimers before we just jump into the writing. The first thing to mention is that I'm going to be working in the same genre and story type as the one where I did the first challenge. I'm trying to make this as equal as possible. So I'm going to be writing a romance novella. I also think novellas and romance genre in general is easier for me to kind of get through quickly this zero draft process, and that's probably a different conversation for a different day, but I'm just gonna throw that out there. And speaking of zero draft process, that's going to be the second disclaimer, which is just that this is how I write. I get a lot of words very quickly. The revision process takes me a lot longer. Totally fine. That's just how I like doing it. Is this a reasonable goal to have regularly? Just plowing through 13,000 words? I don't know. Maybe it is for some people, but if you can't write 13,000 words and however long it's gonna take me, don't worry about it. I can't regularly do this either. Okay, I might not be able to do it all actually. You know, I'm going in with a lot of confidence and saying that I think I'm gonna get it faster than last time, but what if I don't? That would be so funny. Okay. Time to write. So first thing first, I actually already made the document for this project. I did that yesterday. All I have in it right now are my notes. So I haven't written anything. I haven't written any of the scenes yet. But like last time, I'm basically going in with the knowledge of what I'm doing. I think last time I had about 3,000 words in the project already. So this time I'm at like, it's not a disadvantage. I actually don't know if it would be an advantage. Would it be an advantage to have nothing in the project yet? I don't know. It is currently 7:56 a.m. and I'm gonna wait till 8 to get started, but then we're just gonna frickin' write. I had to make my cappuccino in advance. I need to start out with the caffeine and then get more caffeine. For the record, the pepperoni is very excited about this challenge because it basically means that I will definitely be home all day. No. This is 0 words for the day and 0 words for the seems ominous. While I'm waiting, because it's 7:58 now, should I just throw out a guess? Because I do think I'll finish today, and not like within a 36 hour period, but like today, Monday. So the problem with doing the distance thing is that I feel like I can get burned out more easily as I'm just speeding along, because when I'm doing the time-based ones, I kind of try and pace myself because I know I'm in it for the long haul. But this one, it's like, I might just go and not stop until I'm done. Ooh. Or I might go and get to like the 9,000 word mark and panic because I don't have it in me anymore. We're gonna start at 8. I think I'm gonna be done by 5. That's what I think, apparently. And now it is 8. All right, time to start writing. Okay, see, so this is what I'm talking about. I already got 779 words in this first scene, and it's only 8:22. Whoa. Hello. This is how I start off really strong and then will eventually peter down. But I do have the first 4 scenes kind of worked out in my mind, what I want them to be. And now this is like the last romance novel I worked on. This is one that's going to be told within a 24-hour period. This is the one where it's like 2 people that have kind of sort of known each other and we're finally seeing the like spark, the change for the first time. So I'm doing every scene is its own hour. So I have the first 4 hours worked out. I feel like that's helpful. That's very the headlights writer-y thing that I've talked about before, where it's like, okay, I have a vision for what all I want to do upcoming. I'm hoping maybe if I can always stay sort of 4 scenes ahead. That way, if I don't particularly want to write like one specific scene, if I skip ahead to a new one, it won't be that big of a deal. I don't need to worry about this right now. I just need to keep writing. So yeah, let's do that. Still just sleeping. Do you see this? This joke, I'll tell you. All right, so I've written 1,548 words and it is only now practically 9 a.m. That's awesome. Very happy about it. Got the first 2 scenes out, working on the 3rd now. Hooray. I also finished my coffee. Something I'm realizing though. Let's pull up a calculator. Let's say I can somehow write 1,500 words every hour. It would still take me 8.67 hours. And didn't I say that I was gonna be done with this by 5? Hello, are you joining me again? Come here, bud. No, hello. What up? You're so cute. And from 8 to 5 is
8 to 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4.
That's 9 hours, which is basically 8.67 hours. How did I think that was gonna go? I just routinely assume I can write faster than I actually can. And this, I do it every time. You think I would learn. But my overconfidence with myself, I appreciate that it's really never shattered by doing these. Okay, do you wanna go outside? Yeah, let's take a break. Let's do it. Go ahead. Come on in. Good job, buddy. Okay, so I have made a few changes. I have figured out basically what I want from hours 4 through 11, skipping hour 7 because I'm not totally sure, and then I know exactly how it ends. I think I said in another vlog that like the last bit of dialogue came to me when I was at the gym, so that's really stuck in my head and I have the concept written down there. So now it's really just filling in the gaps. I'm not totally sure how hour 11 to hour 24 is gonna go, like half the story. I guess we're just gonna find out as I write. Yeah. But I am getting hungry, so I'm actually going to pull this up and I'm gonna take this with me. Let's go. Uh-oh. Don't mind me. Yeah. I've been on like an omelet kick for breakfast, and I usually simmer it like so that it's not cooking that hot, and then I'm just like waiting for my food for like 10 minutes while it cooks. So I figure I can stand here and watch it while I write. Like that works, right? All right, it's now 9:59, so almost 10. I'm gonna stop keeping track by time here in a second, but I just wanna prove the point. 2,433 words now. So I slowed down a little bit in this hour, partially I'm sure because I was getting food and stuff, but oh, why did I think I was gonna finish by 5? I'm not gonna get over this. I'm crazy. How Because for today's plan, I still need to take, you know, the pup out on his walk. I still need to go to the gym. I think I have some errands I may need to run. I just cannot get over the fact that I said I thought I'd be done at 5. I am a fool. Yay! So there's actually a live stream going with some of my camp cabin mates, which is exciting because even though I'm not working on my camp project today, I did want like some motivation with some other people. I'm currently at 3,054 words in this project, and just, I'm telling you, I really do think I'm so much a words person, a distance person rather than a time person, because I don't feel fatigued at all. I feel totally fine. I'm not worried about how long it might take me to actually do this. I'm just like, okay, I'm almost 25% of the way to my 13,000, and that's awesome. And that's it. We'll see if this mindset maintains for the next, you know, 10,000 words. So I'm at the part again in this novella that I'm realizing I might have, am I making these minor characters too big of a deal? I don't know. I can't believe I'm having the same problem as I did last novella, but earlier. At least this minor character. So my main character got stood up at the bar. She was supposed to meet a male model. There's a bunch of male model jokes in there. Anyways, she stood up at the bar. She's talking to the bartender. This bartender I did not realize was going to have as much of an arc in this span of 1,000 words, but here we are. Now I feel like I almost, do I dedicate more time to this, or is it just like, wow, this was a nice interaction. It helped build my main character up a little bit. Also the love interest stuff, I don't know. I feel like I put too much information in about the bartender, who I never named. I didn't even put a placeholder name like I've done with everyone else, because I was like, she's not gonna be important. But nope, she was in the scene for way too long. Oh well, again, this is the thing about zero drafting. I can fix this later. I don't need to know how important the bartender is right now. Also, Doug's just sleeping. Sleeps the day away, really. The life of a dog, I'm telling you. Okay, I'm now about to start hour 5. I'm actually going to go and bribe myself because that's just how I like to do it. For my birthday, Panera, I got, you know, a free sweet thing, and I didn't eat it yesterday, so like I'm just having a birthday week. It's a scone, a cinnamon scone, aka the best scones. I don't care about blueberry ones. Just kidding, I like those too, but oh, yay. Heat it up a little. Okay, so I've been going to the gym around like 2 p.m. each day because I find that it's less crowded. It's 12:34 right now, so I'll write until I'm ready to go. Hopefully I can get to like the 5,000 word mark. That's my new goal, because I'm at 3,411 right now. That's how I feel, honestly. Oh my gosh. So what I wanted to say was that it's, we're getting later in the evening. They live in a big city. It's a Friday in my story. And I wanted to say that like the night was just getting started, but I didn't want to say the night was just getting started because we've all heard that a million times. I want it to be different and better. So what I came up with, so the night was just warming up. The night was just, okay, first off, that's not even how temperature works. And also, like, that's worse. That's worse. Someone take my computer away from me. I don't deserve this. That's what I'm saying. Oh my God. This is why it's a zero draft, but sometimes, again, when it's bad and I can tell it's bad when I'm zero drafting, that means it's awful. How do I move on from this? How do I recover? Because I'm staring it straight. The scene's not over, so I just have to see this monstrosity. Sorry, stop. You know what? This is where the solution is. I always tell this to people when they go back and are reading something and like keep trying to edit. I'm not at that stage. I'm not gonna try and edit how terrible this is to fix it, because why would I bother taking time to do that? Instead, I'm gonna make the text white. Look at this, okay? This is my solution. I'm a genius. Feel free to steal it. Haha! Make it invisible! Yes, that's a solution. It is a solution. Now I just have to recover my pride. Where did it go? All right, I am back from the gym. My hair's still wet, obviously. I still only have 4,520 words. For some reason, usually the gym like reinvigorates me to keep writing, but I just not today. That being said, I am on a bit of a time crunch now because Brooke from By the Brook and I are about to have a chat at 5. I have a whopping 18 minutes to get some words in before then, so let's do it. That's the interesting thing I'm realizing about time, is that it puts a lot more pressure on me to do something. Anyways, okay. Now it's 17 minutes, so all right, time to write. Oh my gosh, I just finished talking with Brooke and it is now 8:02. It's, you know, this whole trying to see how long it takes me to write 13,000 words doesn't work very well when I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff, but like I'm figuring that's just life, right? So this is like the most realistic version of how long it takes me to do something. Is it a fair comparison against the 24 and 36? I don't know. I tried to not have a whole lot of stuff to do, but like, really, did I have a whole lot of stuff to do? I don't know. Anyways, it is time for me to go walk Duke, so let's do that. And then finally back to writing. Come on, buddy. Yeah. I'm back. The pup is in the other room, just panting. Wore him out going to get the mail. I am looking at this now and I can't believe I've only written 4,891 words today. Also, I'm realizing what a dumb sentence that is. I can't believe I've written only 4,891 words. Oh my God. This is the thing about these challenges. They set unrealistic expectations. And by they, I mean me, since I also thought somehow I'd be done by 5. Well, time to get to writing. I'm just going to never let myself live that moment down. Maybe I meant 5 tomorrow. Let's rewrite history on that one, huh? All right, 5,325. That little pepperoni looks like he's ready for bed, kind of. I really want to get to like 6,000 before this day is up and then start early tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired though. I think I'm gonna go get something. That was the worst way to get out of a chair. I'm gonna go get a quick snack and then I will be right back to it and hopefully it will propel me through the next 700 words. I just got these at the store the other day and they're basically almost all gone, but it really does taste like red velvet. It's crazy. All right, last one. I'll just bring it with me. Wow. So good. I tried. I got to 5,898 and it is now 9:54 p.m. I'm tired. I want to take my contacts out. So I'm going to, that's what I'm going to do. Oh my gosh, this is how red my face gets when I run outside instead of at the gym. My goodness. Anyways, it is now 7:36 a.m. the next day. My goal is to finish before 2 because that's about when I'm going to leave in order to meet up with my friend to celebrate my birthday a few days late. Unless I do way better than yesterday, we're gonna see how that goes. At the end of this experiment, I'll count up how many hours I actually worked on the first day because I had such huge chunks where I wasn't working. But until then, I think it's time to, at least within the next few minutes, pass the 6,000 word mark. All right, y'all, I did it. 322 words and it is only 7:45. So even though my face is still super red, I've mostly cooled down, so I'm gonna go get a shower and hopefully I can be out and like starting to write again at 8. My partner in crime is doing good. that sprint, I had a thought for the third book in this little like novella series. It's not a series, like they don't all go together, but the concept's a similar one, just with different characters. So like, in my mind, they're mashed together. But yeah, so I got the piece that I had been missing for the third book, because I kind of come up with these and you know, they ruminate in your brain a little bit for a while and you're still like, I don't know if I need to like start putting pen to paper on this yet. Like I haven't thought through it enough. Well, I got it. And I'm on a roll. You know what, let me show you. The difference between my morning brain and my afternoon brain is really astounding. But look at this. I already have 1,382 words and it's only 8:21. I was writing with a vengeance. Like I just have not stopped writing since that time. And I now know what I need to do. There were a couple scenes a couple hours earlier where I knew where I wanted to go. I just didn't want to write them at the moment. And I was just looking back at these now and I think I figured it out. And I'm gonna go back and add in the extra meat to those hours. So this is why I get so confused about these challenges, because I always start off so strong and then just, I don't know, around like the third hour of any of these challenges, I'm just like, oh, never mind. Oh my gosh. Okay, where's my cursor? I forgot to celebrate passing the halfway mark. But now it is time to make my cappuccino. I casually wrote a coffee scene into my story. And the last one, I think just because I was craving it so much. But the way I wrote it was like an ode to coffee. It was talking about like the pattering of the drip as it hits the pot and stuff. This should help. No more coffee scenes. All right, it is now 9:57 a.m. and I have 8,818 words, but I'm actually getting hungry and I think I'm going to take a quick break and watch this this video, this Binging with Babish video. And also I have something from Carrie Dayton to watch, who I was introduced to by Jessica Williamson because I also like Sierra Schultze. We talked about like the mid-size fashion because we're both very fashionable people. Also, rather than an omelet, I'm thinking a grilled cheese this time.
Because I washed those, got my nails done yesterday. They're like so colorful and fun. I literally love them. And I went outside and brushed this one.
Can you hear it still sizzling? Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna have my story over here and YouTube over here so that I can just pretend like I'm getting work done while I eat rather than what I'm actually doing, which is just watching more videos. Oh my God, at the end of that episode. Why do I keep saying episode? Are they episodes? They feel like episodes. At the end of that Binging with Babish video, they had a bit where he was on First We Feast, and then I went to their page and he's not there yet, and it's just, I am devastated. But also this is probably good because maybe I'll actually get back to work. So what I'm actually gonna be focusing on at this point is just filling in these gaps on these scenes, which I actually didn't do earlier because I went straight to adding in more hours, but I do have some scenes up here that need hip. They need more hip. And now the only other thing I want to see is I'm getting to a point at, you know, once I pass the 9,000 word mark, I'm only gonna have 4,000 more words to go. And for some reason, even though I'll have written almost that much today already, 4,000 to go just seems so like, that's so small at this point. Let me see, 8818 divided by the 13,000. I've written 67% of my goal. But it is time to get the other 33%, so let's do this. Taking a break to point out I have passed the 9,000 word mark. Less than 4,000 words to go for this challenge. Ah! You wanna go outside? Yeah, okay, let's go outside. I got bit by a mosquito. It was so windy outside, I don't know how the mosquito managed to get me, but it did. Oh, I have to take Benadryl or something. Why? Okay, scenes filled in. I'm almost at 11,000 words and it is, oh, gotta move the cursor, 12:14 p.m. So, So, wow. My mind, I'm having so much trouble. The good thing about today is that once I finish this, I don't have any more work to do, and I'm also going to go and meet my friend, and it's going to be a very relaxing day after I finish this. But at this point, I'm a little bit stressed on how I'm gonna get the remaining 2,237 words. So I made some scenes where it's like, I don't know exactly which hours I want them to fit in yet, but then also I have literally from hour 16 to hour 24 that need to be written, that have to have something in them. And hour 24, I only have that last line of dialogue that I was sure of. I think the other thing is that at this point in a day, if just a normal day, I wrote 4,865 words, I would be like, freaking crushed it. And I'm nearing what took me all day yesterday to write. Now, again, I'll have to count up the hours when I'm done with this experiment, but I think I might have almost worked. I've worked for 4 hours today, 4.5 hours, I think, which added all up yesterday, I think I probably only managed like 6.5 or 7 hours. So I'm moving at a quicker rate today. Whatever, I'll do the math later. The point of this break, to tell you, was that I'm done filling in the scenes and now I have to create new scenes. And it's just that I'm at the point where it's taking more brainstorming power than actual writing, which is not conducive to this kind of like, how fast can I do this in? I'm trying to think of ideas. Whatever, it'll come to me or it won't. Although having said all that, I did end up just getting up and I'm gonna make a little fruit tea sort of thing, because maybe the answer is sugar. Although I guess at this point I could make drip coffee or just have another cappuccino. No, we'll stick with the fruit tea. It's black tea, so it has caffeine in it too. So the secret to this is the black tea plus Jumex. This is like the dollar store version of fruit tea. Ta-da! Yay! There's the pup. And I don't know if you noticed when I set this down, but I've resorted to keeping this fully off and not connected to my computer because I did find myself getting distracted just for the sake of not doing something. So that's good. But you know what's better is that I recognized it and I did something to change it. So this is progress, I feel like. Okay, last scene, fully filled in. I'm at 11,256 words. Now all that's left really is to bridge hour 16 to hour 24. But also, holy crap, under 2,000 words now. I can do this, 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 okay. You think I can do this, pup? I finished brainstorming all of the scenes. Almost all of them. There are a couple scenes, I'm gonna lift you up a little bit more. I'm taller than I thought. There are a couple of scenes where either the scene, like the hour from before, is going to continue into it, or I'm gonna have to come up with something else, which might be some of those question mark hours I can throw in there. But I think I got it, honestly. So now it's just going to be writing the scenes that I've finished brainstorming. I think I can do that. I'm at 12,221 words. What a great number. 12221. I'll show you. 12221. 12221. My friend and I are meeting at 4. I'll still need to drive into town, change, do whatever else. Maybe I could write in town, like at a coffee shop there. Do I want to do that? I don't know what I want to do. I want to not be writing for the day. I want to be done. Oh man, oh man. But again, the story's still really exciting, so as long as I like the story, that's what matters. And also that I only do this kind of challenge once a month. All right, 2:09 p.m. Still at the 12,221 words. I'm now ready to go. Only 700 more words. 800 more words. I can do that in the coffee shop. I can do that before I go hang out with my friend. My brain's so tired. Much like the pepperoni. That is an embodiment of how I feel. Just exhausted. I'm realizing the real question in all of this is going to be, do I still have the hangover from just writing so many words so quickly? Because I did not actually have one for the 24 and 36 hour write-a-thon. I did a purposeful break the next day, but then I just started back up again and I was fine. It's gonna be interesting because I actually feel pretty similar. Arguably, I feel better. I'm gonna have to compare with that other video. Compared to other times when I've done the 24-hour write-a-thons or even 12-hour write-a-thons when I was more strict on what I was doing, I feel better. I'm wondering if that's because I make more progress in the novella as a whole, so I feel more accomplished having done it, versus like when you're writing in a novel and you write for 12 hours. As a percentage, you're not completing as much of a chunk, so I think it's easier to get down on yourself. I'm starting to think that might be the difference maker, just in how I feel I've done. All right, so it is 2:39 right now. I don't know if y'all can see that. So I probably have about 45 minutes now that I am here, whatever, you're gonna see this second. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna have about 45 minutes. Hopefully that's enough time that I can get these words in, these 800, however many words. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Just gotta build myself up. Oh my gosh, I freaking did it! So many good things about this writing session. One, I'm done writing. Two, my favorite coffee shop place offers matcha lattes now, which is awesome. And it was a very good matcha latte. Cause you know, sometimes matcha lattes places, like, it's like they get halfway the taste of the matcha. So like, I'm sure it's not actually matcha, but like they get like a little bit, but don't really go fully. Do you know what I'm talking about? Anyways, this isn't relevant. This is the end of the vlog, almost. I'll crunch the numbers, but like, I'm done. Oh my gosh. I finished just in time too. It is just now 3:26 p.m. So I probably had 10 more minutes to spare. The story's not done. That's important to note. I just got 13,000 words in it basically because I hadn't written much in it at all before I started this challenge. Again, as a novella, I'm only aiming for about 20,000 words, so that's so exciting. Yeah, we're gonna see how I feel tomorrow, but for now, I'm gonna put you up and I'm gonna let future me figure out how to end this thing. Okay, so it is now a couple days later. I'm feeling more sane and I'm ready to kind of break down the stats. The first thing I want to address though is that I also didn't have any kind of hangover. I did take the day off from writing the day after I finished the challenge, but since then I've been writing just fine. So hooray for that. I do think the answer is actually what I figured out in the vlog, which is just that I feel more accomplished having written so much in a novella percentage-wise that it's easy to motivate myself to continue on. And I think it like that kind of balances out with the general feeling of being wiped so that it's just easier to return to other projects later, whether it is that same project or like my NaNoWriMo project. Now, I still have the piece of paper from when I did the 24 and 36 hour write-a-thon challenge. Well, the first day of the 13,000 word challenge, I wrote from 8 to 2, and then I wrote from probably 3:30 to 5, and then 8 to 10. Now, if you just want to include the gym time, we can. I don't know how much it really matters. I think I gave myself a scratch hour for it. So even if we say 8 to 5, that's 9 hours plus 8 to 10, that's 11 hours that first day that I ended up working. And then the second day I only wrote from 7:30 to 3:30. So it took me 19 hours versus 24 hours to complete this is basically the difference there. And that's being generous to the 24 and 36 as opposed to the 13,000 word challenge. Also just my mindset during it, there were less hours where I was just dragging my feet like I was during the 24 and 36. So distance writer confirmed. And also, as it turns out, hypothesis correct. Even if we wanted to include the full, like just how much time from beginning to end, not counting the amount of hours I skipped, I finished at 3:30 when that first day I started at 8. It wasn't even a full 36 hours. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me and for this challenge. Please do comment down below. Again, I know we've discussed a little bit in the past couple of vlogs, but like the difference between if you're a distance writer or a time-based writer, would you ever do any kind of experiment like this in order to find out? Maybe not such like an extreme version, but I would be really curious to hear about that. And also for those of you who write in multiple genres or different kind of story types, whether that's poems or short stories or novellas or novel length or like epic fantasies, do you find that some are easier to write that first draft of more quickly than others? And do you even worry about how long it takes you to complete a draft? Because I think there's something to be said for like, this is something I want to do professionally for a long time, and at a certain point you have to decide that like you need to set deadlines on yourself, and I think that I've crossed the point where I have to have those kind of deadlines. If you aren't trying to do it professionally, if you're just trying to do it for fun, or if like you happen to get paid one day for it, like in that respect I don't think worrying about how long it takes you to write the first draft matters. Like who cares? But I do think, yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know if there was a point in time where things changed for you, where you did start putting deadlines on achieving certain things. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons for choosing this challenge. I think I am still gonna do the like followers determine my writing vlog. That was the other option that this one was pitted up against. I haven't touched any of the like losers of these kind of polls in the past, but I think I'm gonna do that one. So be on the lookout on Instagram and on the YouTube community tab. I will let y'all know when I decide to do that. So yeah, okay, all right, that's gonna be it for me. Bye. Okay. Okay, bye Trap. To get some, wow, this hair is all the way out here, huh? Oh well. Again, why is it so awkward getting out of that chair? The difference between morning me's brain and like afternoon's me, what?